Here comes the 20 of Matt Kenseth.
Can't do it.
No, he just doesn't have enough of a push. He's going to have to back up to that car behind him and get that push, but he's trying.
He wants that 4 car to help him. Here he goes.
Next flag ends the race.
I just don't think he can do it from the outside.
He might be able to get up to 3rd, maybe 2nd. I just don't know if he's going to get all the way up to the lead, but here he comes.
Got to run down the back. It's going to be a drag race off turn 4, but I just don't see him being able to pull it off.
He's getting a big push. He's getting a big push.
He's coming. He's up to 2nd.
Hamlin a 2nd. Up
Watch
high.
the inside. Watch the inside. Mark Truex Jr. 3 wide.
Truex to the bottom. Oh, no, don't red.
Kenseth saves it. Here they come to the line. This is the finish of the Daytona 500. Side by side, bouncing off each other.
Unbelievable. I think it was Denny Hamlin.
I have it as Hamlin.
By an inch.
What
Denny
a finish.
Hamlin.
By
Oh,
an
my
inch.
goodness.
Wow. I'm telling you.
I've got chills at my spine. That
Turn 4. They'll see the finish line. Brad Keselowski out front. Around goes Kurt Busch. Keselowski's going to hang on. Keselowski wins at Daytona.
Thank you, guys. Great team effort today. Very proud. Thank you.
Penske getting their 100th Cup win.
Biffle elects to take the change.
Ford Chevrolet off the final corner. Matt Kenseth trying to win it for the 2nd time. Here comes Junior to the outside. Side by side with Kenseth. He runs. Matt Kenseth wins the Daytona 500.
I tip my hat.
Are some tempers. Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin have tangled. Then Keselowski and Tony Stewart. Denny Hamlin finished 9th, Brad Keselowski 16th, and on the cool-down lap, there was that. Then Keselowski and Kenseth, with Keselowski running into Tony Stewart.
Denny, talk about the aggression on the track and the aggression afterwards.
Yeah, we were on that green-white checker. We had Brad behind us. We knew he was going to be aggressive because it's his only shot, but it's, he just ran right into us and knocked us up the racetrack, and I showed him his displeasure on the cool-down lap, and I brake checked him down the back stretch to give everyone the whole story, and then he tried to spin us out. Then we got to pit lane, and he just plowed into the 14 and the 20. 20, his belts were off, and he ran into him, and then ran into us again coming on pit road. Then he went through the garage and did burnouts, and he knocked somebody's transmission clear through somebody else's pit stall. So he was just out of control, and we're just, we got to think about us here going forward. That's an important thing, but. NASCAR said no tolerance for stuff like that, and you got to just be a little bit more mature. But I'm proud of my FedEx Ground team. We didn't have the greatest car today, but we battled back, and we had a top 5 car there at the end, and just got knocked around on that restart. So that's unfortunate, but still an overall decent day for us.
So with what NASCAR is telling you, this can't carry over. This has to stop here.
NASCAR hasn't told me anything. They told me, don't go after him. You got too much to lose. If I would have wrecked, he would have been in big trouble. I'd been waiting for him, but he cost us 6 spots, but what goes around comes around.
Sparks have flown.
Yes, they have.
And the fenders had bent even after the checkered flag.
We'll have to see what all brought all of that on, but unhappy drivers for sure.
Well, more. That's Matt Kenseth.
You hit me under yellow. You hit me under yellow.
Hey, don't be crazy.
Matt, what is the message you tried to get across to Brad there?
Well, I mean, besides the race, I mean, he knew I was out there. That restart wrecked me, which, you know, I guess I shouldn't have went out there. Really the safety. I mean, he was doing something with Denny there. I don't know if he was mad at him. And I had my hands off, my seatbelts off, and everything, and he clobbers me at like 50. So the accidents and stuff we had around here, I mean, just race is over. We're trying to come back to pit road. If he wants to come and talk about it like a man, go do that. But to try to wreck somebody on the racetrack and then come down pit road with other cars and people standing around with my seatbelts off and driving aside of me is just unexcusable. It's just, there's no excuse for that. He's a champion. He's supposed to know better than that. He's just, you know, I don't really have anything else good to say.
Matt, you were involved in the 63 to go restart. What was going on there?
On the restart, I just rolled outside of him in the dog leg, and he knew I was there and just ran me out of the room, ran me in the wall because he didn't want to get past, which I shouldn't have went there, but there's a lot of guys you can race like that, and they know you're there, and they'll give you the room, and he's usually one of them. He just, he did it on purpose, just ran me in the wall because he didn't want to get past.
2 laps to go. Watch the 2 and the 11 here for about 3/4 of a lap.
Yeah, they're up here battling for a top 5 spot. See, the 11 gets a little bit loose there. A little contact, not much. A little bump.
And it goes 4 wide for a minute.
2's momentum was broken and so on. Now on the cool down lap.
Yeah, I can understand them a little bit. They were having some contact at the end of the race. But not sure about some of this other stuff.
I didn't see a whole lot that Denny Hamlin did wrong in that, in trying to race in that scenario there.
Now as the cars stack up at the entrance to the pit road, that's the hit Matt Kenseth was talking about. And while doing that, Keselowski runs into the back of Tony Stewart, so then this. From Tony Stewart's bumper camera.
On the outside, it is car number 10, Derek Cope. Something amiss on the Earnhardt car. Coming to the line, it's Labonte pulling up, and an amazing finish. The